Hi and welcome to Data Coder. In this video, I am going to discuss about procsql view, and if this is your first time to the channel, then subscribe to the channel for more upcoming videos on base, advanced and clinical SAS programming. So let's get started. So what is a procsql view? Procsql view is like it's like a stored query. It contains no actual data but instead contains code that describes, defines or selects stored data when it is needed. So if view doesn't contain the actual data, so when we execute the query we just get just give the snapshot of the data. So the data usually is in a database, however it could be in a SAS dataset or a file. So the data we can extract from the database, or if we have a SAS dataset, then we can create a view of that to visualize. So views are named and used like a table, or a data set. So how to name a view? We can name the view as how we name our data set or table, and we can use it in the same way as well sometimes. So views cannot have the same name as a data table stored in the same SAS library. So in a particular library, we have created a SAS data set or a table with a particular name, and in the same library, we cannot create a view with same name. View extract underlying data each time it is used and access the most current data. So the view, each time we execute our view, or each time we execute the view code, data will be refreshed and we'll get our, current latest data. So what exactly a view is? So for your understanding, just try to understand that you have a data set which have all the information about employees, and one manager has asked the data, like he wants to view some of the data field like name, employee ID, salary details, number of years of experience of some of the employees who are reporting directly to him. So now he has asked you to give you a report, and now you need to, you need to extract data from your original data set, which have all the employee information data set, and give it to your manager for requested variables. Now you also want to make sure that your manager should not access the information of those employees who are not directly reporting to him, and he should not modify the data. So in that case, what you can do, you can take the original data set and create a view from that original data set and give it to your manager as per his requested variables or requested details. So that's how a view works. Now, uh, how to create a view? The syntax is procsql, and this is I'm explaining by using procsql how to create a view. Even using this base as code, we can also write, create a view. So now in SQL, to create a view, the syntax is procsql create view, then where we need to save the view, the library name and the view name is select whatever variables we want to select, the table name and the variable name from the library name from where our input data is there, and the input table name, then where condition, if we want to filter our data based on certain condition, then quit. So now let's see, let's write a code and create a view. So here in SAS, we have a SAS help library, and I have a data set called class. So I am going to use this SAS help.class dataset and create a view. So the syntax is proc SQL create view is view name. So view name I am giving is test view. procsql create view test view is select star from SAS help dot class. So here I am selecting all the variables from SAS help dot class dataset and creating a view named test view. So now if I'll execute this code, let's go to log. If we see there are no error and warning and my view is defined test view inside work library. So now let's see how a view looks like. So the view looks like this, okay? And what is the difference if I create a data set from here? So how a data set should look like and how a view should look like. So here we need to just change create table and I am giving a different name 1. So now if I'll execute this, the table has been created. So this is how a table looks like and this is how a view looks like. Okay, so now we can view the table as well. So proc SQL select star from test view 1 quit. So now I just want to view this data set. So this is how the data set looks like, and we can view display the view as well. So the view name is test view. So if I write a proc SQL of this view, then it also looks like same thing. So this is how we can create a view using proc SQL. And now let's see what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages of a view. So first see the advantages. So first advantage is views avoid storing copies of large tables and take little space, so it won't store the actual data. So the memory consumption by the view is very less. The second advantage is at execution, view reflect the most current data. So each time we execute the view, we'll get the refreshed data. Next is view can reference and join multiple sources of data, reducing code. So we can join multiple tables or multiple data set and create a view. So the next one is it simplify the complex query or codes. So the coding will be very less here. Next is view prevent other user from accidentally altering the query code. So there is a concept of putting password to the view so that or we can define the access level so that the user can't modify the query code. So you can control the modification of the code. So whatever information they want and whatever you provided, they can only view that, they can't alter it. So those are the advantages of a view. Let's see the disadvantages. So the disadvantages are like, so view access the most current data, so the result might be different every time you access the view. So for example, if you are creating a view from the database and each time you execute it, you will be getting latest data. So if you want to see the previous result, it's difficult. Next is views can require significant resources each time that you execute it. So every time you execute a view, it takes it consumes a certain resources. So coding, we might be saving some time, the code will be less, but the CPU time and the CPU performance, it can be huge. So next is when accessing the same data several times in a program, we should use a table instead of a view to get consistent output. So if we are, referencing the same data multiple times in a certain program, we should avoid using a view. Instead, we should use a table so that our output will be consistent. So that's all about a procsql view, and in the next video we'll see how to create a view in data step and how to use that. Thank you for watching this video and take care. We'll see you in the next video.